Hi everyone, so since this is part 2 after doing my hair, mind you, this is middle of the night since this quarantine has everyone's sleep schedule haywire at this point and I'm wide awake. I decided to, you know what, let me just start doing a full face. Not sure what I'm going to do yet, but let's just see what I get into. So this time I decided that I'm cutting my brow and just using my flat brush just to use all the concealer to just cover that. So just cutting right before the arch hits, going downward. I've always loved the high brow look, and then I just use my beauty blender to pat down the concealer, and then I go in using my Morphe Black Track gel pot. I use it for my eyeliner, I use it for my brows, I've also used it to line my lips with blending in colors, and then of course using an eyebrow brush. Now mind you, I'm straight up, as I'm going over this makeup tutorial, I was trying to figure this the best way of doing it without screwing it up. My little sister was crazy enough to just shave her brows at the arch. So at least this is kind of, okay, let's see how I like it. If I want a little arch, cool. If not, cool. Let's just play around with it. So just see whatever look you're trying to go with, or if you just want to go back to your usual traditional brow, then by all means do it. But I was all about it. I loved it actually. So part of me feels, I think I might start doing this brow a little more. And then as you can tell, this bitch is already feeling herself. I'm like, oh my god, looks good. Damn. And then yeah, just on to the next brow. This one, you know, take your time. It's definitely one of those brows where it's like, okay, see how high you want it. But I was about it. So once you have the brow shape that you want, just clean it up. The flat brush honestly works wonders regardless of what you do. So on with eyeshadow. Yes, I got another palette. It is the Morphe Second Nature 3502. So I was using, the first base is Ruby, as I was pointing to. So by the way, I used a new primer this time. As you notice, the color comes out way brighter than what I was pointing at. I decided to test out Anastasia Beverly Hills' eyeshadow primer, and it's insane. First of all, I learned you just need literally a dot because it goes a long way. But as you can tell, the way how I am applying the eyeshadow, I'm going kind of upwards, almost as if I'm doing a cat eye. Yes, so kind of just going upwards. And I, of course, use my Muerte palette from Melt Cosmetics, starting out with the bright red, which is Corazon, just to pack it on top of the Ruby from the Morphe palette. And then I go on top with using the darker red, which is Sangre. Honestly, the reds and the burgundies, oh, my life. I love, love, love burgundy eyeshadows and just different shades of reds. But this eyeshadow primer that Anastasia has, I really like it. It definitely brings the colors out more than usual. Even though I love my Morphe primer, I still like the Anastasia. Anyways, using the black of the Nature palette, which is called Wiz. It's just, you know, usual black. So I packed that on top of where I had the Sangre. So as if almost doing, you know, smoky eye almost, but not all the way in. But yeah, as you can tell, the direction that I'm going definitely is upward to a slant. So after I do my cut crease, I just use, of course, the flat brush even more, just to clean up even more, because as I was doing this, it kind of was accidental. So as you know, after you clean the whole area, I just applied using my double-ended brush by Morphe, which is the Morphe 156, and just added a little bit of the black and the sangre, that way to add the other shadow under where I cut creased. And then the glitter that I have here is by MAC, which is so damn hard to try and get the light to focus on it to show the actual color, but it's a really, really gorgeous gold. It has a touch of pink to it, so it's not too gold, where it has like that more yellowish color. But it has its own little brush. It dries very quickly, so just FYI on that. But also too, I recommend more just using that same double-ended brush to apply the glitter. That way, especially as you're going higher and higher, I definitely like using the other end of the brush, which it's the lip brush. So on the other side, as you can see, as I'm cutting the crease, I have the bottom part of that's still left on the shadow. So yeah, flat brush, lifesaver. So if you need that precision, I feel. And yeah, so that's the lip part of the double-sided brush. And then underneath the glitter, just do a usual cat eye. A little more skinnier, or of course depending on how big or how skinny you want the cat eye. But I love how matte and how pigmented the eyeliner is, so this definitely worked well. Another one I would also recommend is the NYX lid liner, which dries matte. And then throw on the foundation, which is the NARS Manao or Manaus. I don't know, however you pronounce it. And then I just added a little bit of concealer this time, not my usual amount, just to brighten up just a tad. And then after that, of course, set it a little bit with my setting powder. And then I just use my usual light brown eyeshadow with MAC. I usually use this one. It's the only one that I use that blends in literally identical to my upper brow area, just to blend in the eyeshadow a little more. And just cleaned it up also just underneath my eyes, all around. Not too much because you don't want to get the brown or fade out the other colors. And that's how I decided to do this 3 a.m. look, or middle of the night quarantine look. Threw on my eyelashes, which is by Ashlash, and it's Man Trap. So thank you all for watching. Enjoy!